The lawyer dropped the envelope on the dining table. "Sign it," my father said. No greeting, no hello, just that. My mother sat beside him pretending to scroll her phone, but her eyes kept flicking toward me. My younger brother leaned against the kitchen counter eating grapes like this was entertainment. I hadn't even taken off my coat yet. "What is it?" I asked. My father tapped the envelope impatiently. "Property transfer." I frowned. "What property?" "The house," he said. My stomach tightened instantly. The house. My grandmother's house. The one she left to me in her will. The one my family had been talking about nonstop since the funeral. "You want me to sign over Grandma's house?" I asked slowly. My brother laughed. "Don't say it like that." My mother finally looked up. "It's not just yours, honey." My father nodded. "It belongs to the family." I felt something cold settle in my chest. "Then why did Grandma leave it to me?" No one answered. My father cleared his throat. "Because you manipulated her." I blinked. "Excuse me? Don't play innocent," my brother said. "You were always her favorite." My mother sighed dramatically. She was old confused. I looked around the table. 4 people, my entire family, and suddenly I understood something. This wasn't a discussion. This was a setup. "I'm not signing that," I said. My father's expression hardened immediately. "You will." "No." My brother laughed again. "You really think you have a choice?" My eyes narrowed. "What does that mean?" My mother picked up her tea, took a slow sip, then said calmly, "We already sold it." The room went silent. I stared at her. "What?" My father slid another document across the table. "A sales agreement, signed, dated, finalized." My hands started shaking. "You sold my house?" My brother grinned. "Technically, yes." I looked down at the signature. My name, perfectly copied, perfectly forged. My mother leaned forward. "You're welcome, by the way." My voice dropped. "For what?" My father answered casually. "We paid off your brother's debts." My brother raised his glass. "Cheers to family." I felt my chest tighten. "You committed fraud." My father rolled his eyes. "Don't be dramatic." My mother added sweetly. "It's already done." My brother shrugged. "Besides, what are you going to do about it?" The room went quiet. They were smiling, like they had already won, like the game was already over. I slowly sat down at the table. My father relaxed slightly. "Good," he said. "Now sign the rest of the papers." I looked at him, then at the forged signature, then back at him, and suddenly, I started laughing. Not a small laugh, a real one. My brother frowned. "What's funny?" I wiped my eyes. "You really should have called me before selling the house." My mother looked confused. "Why?" I pulled my phone from my pocket, opened my email, then turned the screen toward him. "Because the sale is invalid." My father scoffed. "Don't be ridiculous." I shook my head. The property wasn't mine to sell. The room froze. My brother frowned. "What?" I smiled. 2 months ago I transferred the house into a holding company. My father blinked. "You what?" I leaned back calmly. "And guess who owns the company?" No one spoke. "Me." My mother's face went pale. "That's impossible." I tapped the screen again. "Corporate ownership documents." My father grabbed the phone. "Read it, then read it again." His hands started shaking. "You can't do that." I shrugged. "I already did." My brother leaned closer. Then his smile vanished. "Wait," he whispered. "If the house belongs to a company." I nodded. "Then selling it without authorization is?" My mother finished the sentence quietly. "Fraud." I smiled. "Exactly." My father slammed the phone on the table. "You're bluffing." I shook my head. Then I reached into my bag, and placed a small recorder on the table. The red light was blinking. "Recording." My brother's eyes widened. "How long has that been on?" I tilted my head. "Long enough." My mother stood up instantly. "Turn that off." I didn't move. My father leaned forward slowly. "Delete it." I smiled. "Why?" My brother ran his hands through his hair. "This is insane." My father's voice turned cold. "You're not going to the police." I raised an eyebrow. "And why not?" He pointed at my brother. "Because that would ruin his life." My brother nodded. "You wouldn't do that." My mother whispered softly. "Family protects family." I stared at them for a long moment. Then I picked up the recorder, placed it back in my bag, and stood up. My father relaxed. "Good decision," he said. I grabbed my coat, walked to the door. My brother called after me. "So what now?" I opened the door, turned back. "Now?" I said quietly. "Now I let the police decide." Their smiles disappeared instantly. My father stood up. "You wouldn't dare." I pulled out my phone, dialed a number, put it on speaker. A voice answered. "Fraud Investigations Department." I looked directly at my family. "Hi," I said calmly. "I'd like to report identity theft and property fraud." My brother's face went white. My mother started crying. My father shouted something I didn't hear, because I was already walking toward my car. And for the first time since my grandmother died, I felt peaceful. 3 months later, the courtroom was silent. My father looked 20 years older. My mother wouldn't look at me. My brother kept shaking his leg nervously. The judge flipped through the file. So let me understand this correctly. He looked up. The defendants forged a legal signature, sold property they didn't own, and admitted the act on recording. No one spoke. The judge sighed. This is one of the clearest fraud cases I've seen. My father suddenly stood. She's our daughter. The judge slammed the gavel. Sit down. My father slowly sat again, defeated. The judge continued. In addition to criminal charges, the defendants must repay the full value of the property. My brother whispered. How much? The judge looked down at the document. $5 million. My mother gasped. My father closed his eyes. My brother buried his face in his hands. I sat there quietly, not smiling, not angry, just calm, because the house my grandmother left me was never really about money. It was about something my family never understood: respect. And for the first time in their lives, they were finally going to learn it.